Alf, there is a big threat to modern sports cards that nobody is talking about, and it's kind of sneaking up on everybody. We're going to talk about it in today's video. I've got a couple of important housekeeping channel notes that we'll talk about as well. Be right back. What's going on, sports card hobby family? Another day, another sports card video. Today we're going to talk about the biggest threat that I see to modern sports cards. But a couple of housekeeping notes first. Tonight we've got Off-Centered coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll have Neo on, Michael Ham. Flipping Steve should be on, but he said he might not be, so we'll see there. So we've got Off-Centered tonight at 9 p.m. Also, I'm having a conversation with Rick Probstein. He is starting a new live selling platform called Bid. We're going to dive into that. It's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. If you have any questions around this platform for Rick, I'm going to try to compile some things myself. If I see some good questions in the comment section to add in, happy to talk to Rick about those as well. Try to get us as much information about this new project. It sounds to me like it's going to be different than anything that we've kind of seen on the live selling space. So I'm excited to speak with Rick, and that video will probably go out tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Today's shout outs go to Card Capsule. You want inexpensive supplies, but high quality supplies. Waterproof cases. Waterproof cases over at Card Capsule. Semi-rigids, top loaders, high quality stuff. And I've got a promo code in my video description to help you out. Get some money off. Make sure to try out Card Capsule products. Your daily reminder to check out PSA. It's your first time submitting, $25 off your first submission. One card minimum to try out PSA. SCD 25 at the shipping and billing screen. You've got a collection, you have no idea what to do with it. JustCollect.com can help you out. An easy appraisal form over at their website, and also the Just Collect YouTube channel. Leighton Sheldon been doing some really awesome interviews on that JustCollect.com channel. Make sure to check it out on YouTube. Various hobby folks and industry folks, and I just learn a lot when I watch those episodes. JustCollect.com. All right, the biggest threat to modern sports cards. Are you ready for it? It's kind of a dual thing that's happening here. It is non-sports cards. Non-sports cards, entertainment cards, they are the biggest threat to sports cards because hobby dollars can only go so far. I know many will say this, and this will be a response by many. You can collect a variety of these different things, and I am one of those people. I've got a lot of sports cards. I've got a lot of non-sports cards. I've got sports memorabilia. I've got pop culture items. I've got the 80s, 90s nostalgia stuff going crazy. I've got vintage stuff. I've got modern, ultra modern. So I've got a full litany of all of this stuff. So I understand that point of, hey, people can do all of these things. Sure. But we're talking more on the modern, ultra modern side of things. This conversation isn't about vintage cards. Heaviest, most prolific collector base in the whole hobby is vintage. Vintage baseball, vintage football, vintage basketball, but heavily on the vintage baseball side. And this conversation isn't about that. This is about strictly new product coming out, ultra modern stuff, and why would people slow down on buying maybe the ultra modern sports cards? It's money, it's EV, estimated value coming back on the non-sports products. It's price points. When you look at price points for new Star Wars product that Topps releases, we've talked about Pokemon cards. The hottest trading cards in all the world right now, it's not sports cards, it's Pokemon cards, and it's multi-generational. And a big part of that is when Pokemon has a new release, their boxes, God, it's very similar to what we saw in 1990 with just some inflation attached to it, of course. But it's not that different. You don't have numbered cards in Pokemon, but it's 36 packs. It's not 10 packs in a box. It's not 5 packs. A booster box has 36 packs in a box. And it can be anywhere from $120 to $150, maybe up to $200 upon release. Which, sure, they're not giving the stuff away, but we're still talking about $3, $4, $5 a pack. It's reasonable. The average Joe family, they can buy into that. Whereas with sports cards, you got new Panini product that comes out. If it's Prism, if it's Optic, and on the top side, if it's Topps Chrome, what are we talking about for a hobby box? First off, hobby boxes don't have 36 packs in them. Secondly, we're talking about $300, $400, $500 and up. What's a new Prism box? You want a hobby box of 2024 Prism football? What is it up to? $1,500? We're talking like $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. Average Joe family is not buying that. Simply just not affordable. Now, Collect.com, Ben Burrows. Shout out to Ben Burrows over there, always doing great work at Collect.com. Recently put out a very interesting article, I thought, and it's Series 1 baseball, just released. Everyone's excited, going out buying, ripping Series 1 baseball. Well, guess what the biggest hit is in Series 1 baseball? Again, we're talking about baseball cards here. It's a Larry David autograph. Larry David autographs are selling upwards of $3,000 out of this Series 1 baseball product that just came out. Larry David of Curb Your Enthusiasm, of course, Seinfeld creator, a famous guy, but this is as an actor, director, this is a guy that is not a baseball player. And it kind of reminds me, going back, I lost an auction. I'll see if I can put a picture up here. This is a card that I want. It slipped through the cracks for me a few different times. I bid upwards of $2,000 for this card, and a recent copy of it. It's a Will Ferrell autograph. It's a baseball card going back about 10 years. A lot of folks will know of this card. It's an on-card autograph, and it's got like a patch in it. It's a higher-end product, but this thing ended at $4,200. $4,200 is what it sold for. And I remember seeing this card, this Will Ferrell baseball autograph card, at the National for like $2,500, and I wish I had just bought it then. Now, it seems the price has gone up. These Larry David autographs coming out of Series 1, they're fetching $3,000. That's the tops as far as secondary market sales right now. There's a Barry Bonds autograph coming out of that product. I think that's sold for $3,100, according to Ben's article there. So we're talking about Larry David being the big chase. This is a non-sports character. This is an actor, comedian person that has got cool chase cards thrown into a baseball card product. And that is what has lifted this product. That is the big chase card. And I think that this should be something, and I know my buddy Neo also talks about it too. We're both echoing the same thing. Joe Day, same sort of thing over at Mike's Retro Trading Cards channel, YouTube channel. Check them out. Same sort of kind of talk to these manufacturers of, guys, why are we not focused more on non-sports, movie, TV, IP type stuff? You've seen great companies do this in the past. Rittenhouse has a Cheers product that's just coming out. The owner of Rittenhouse might be an upcoming interview as well. I'm working on that. But there is a lot of opportunity. If you're looking for, hey, where can we find some opportunity, your trading card manufacturer, to create really cool cards that diehard fans are gonna want to buy, it is all in the non-sports entertainment card world. It just is. And these non-sports entertainment cards, they have the same sort of chase cards. They have these grail cards. The new Star Wars product will have autograph cards. It'll have one-of-ones and that sort of a thing. I can chase non-sports entertainment card grails, and they're not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. But if I compare this to the world of sports cards, it's bargain shopping. It's absolute bargain shopping on the non-sports entertainment side, and it still gives me the same thrill, still gives me the same pride of ownership as if I was owning a really cool sports card. Another thing that's of concern on the sports card side is there's so many different parallels now. What's special anymore? And this isn't even just with new product. I heard somebody, I can't remember who it was, talking about just Patrick Mahomes cards. Let's go get a Patrick Mahomes rookie card or an Ohtani rookie card. That's going back to 17 for Mahomes and 2018 for Ohtani. These guys have a zillion rookie cards. They've got a zillion autographs. And granted, they demand huge money, but going back from 2017 forward, there's only been more parallels. You know, there's only been more options out here for autographs for these athletes. And it's just tough, man. I think I saw that the new Prism basketball is going to have like 71 parallels for Prism basketball that's coming up. 71 parallels. You know, what makes these cards special? And so the elephant in the room is we've just got a huge overage of supply here. So much different supply. And I know the manufacturers will say, well, hey, look, if we have a huge variety of parallels, well, that's, you know, different price points for different collectors. And I totally do get that. But the whole thing of something being collectible and carrying value on forward is that it's hard to obtain, is that there is an element of chase. I almost feel like it's like everyone gets a participation trophy now. You know, now it's like you open up a product, you get a hit. Everything is a hit. Well, when everything is supposedly a hit, then nothing is a hit. You know, serial numbered cards, again, I've talked about this on my other channel, Collectibles Data, with Pokemon cards. The absolute shock to me is how they're able to just sell out. The demand for Pokemon cards, they have no serial numbered cards. There is no massive one-of-one chase. There's not there's not a gold out of 10. It is literally just driven by demand for the actual card, how it looks, and the character that is in the set. And it's the same damn characters from 25 years ago. For the most part, it's the same characters in each set, and it sells out. Sports cards went all the way to the other side of things with serial numbered cards and all these, a variety of different sets. And it's just so diluted and watered down, and it doesn't seem like it's correcting itself. It only seems like we're going further and further down that path. And so then what happens, I think, for a modern collector or someone that they've been in the space for a while and they're like, you know what? I want to chase after some actual rare stuff, but I want it to feel special. Non-sports offers that. Non-sports offers that at a reasonable price point because you don't have the same sorts of demands at this stage of the game anyway for non-sports entertainment cards as you do on the sports card side. But as we've seen on the sports card side, outside of very few exceptions, most of these guys, these athletes, as the career gets started, some of them ascend in their Michael Jordan and their Babe Ruth and their whoever, but most, even if they have solid careers, the card prices kind of dip off and go down. That's just the way of the world. And again, unless you have a generational player, this is kind of the case how it works out. So I think for a lot of people, if you're looking at ultra-modern sports card product and you're feeling kind of dejected, like, man, what? This just doesn't feel like I'm getting my money's worth. What I would say before leaving the hobby, all in all just leaving, check out some of the non-sports entertainment card options. They are coming out. There are certain things. There's not as many sets. There's not as many options. But I think if there's more and more focus, if there's more emphasis around those sets, I think the manufacturers will take notice. It'll be something that they want to create more of. And I'm not saying that we need to have 25 different Star Wars sets. What I'm saying is I hope the manufacturers go out and find some different IP. You know, Seinfeld, very popular show. Where's the Seinfeld set with all the autos? You know, Friends. You know, let's go after some of this IP from the 80s, 90s that has come out. Maybe you've got, you know, a set that's got, you know, just a few of these franchises that are mixed in, as opposed to having kind of where, you know, Leaf makes good products, but a lot of times you're just getting kind of like a mixed bag of all these different things. Maybe you zero in on 80s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia, 2000, and just kind of build sets based off of that. Pick different pop culture shows, movies, all that sort of a thing, and see what happens, because I've got a sneaky feeling there will be high demand for that sort of a stuff. There is high demand for movie props, and my God, we just saw, you know, the red ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz 1940 just sold for $32 million, and there's 4 pairs. One pair sold for over $30 million at auction. There is high demand for important pop culture, entertainment items, trading cards. It's there, but I feel like it's just not quite where it should be in the whole ecosystem of the trading card world. Friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Alf, do you have anything you want to add, being a pop culture phenomenon? We'll give you a minute. All right, forget it. Stay healthy, stay awesome. I'll talk to you again later.